One of the biggest problems in growing succulents, I find, starts from the soil mix. So it's important to have a well-draining mix. I find that most of the commercial succulent potting mix I've used are either dries up quickly or holds too much water that the succulents dies from root rot. Apart from being cheaper, you can vary the mixture to suit a variety of different types of succulents, as different succulents require different mixtures. Some like being watered often, while others prefer to be watered less. After 4 years of growing succulents, I still consider myself pretty much an amateur. People who've seen my succulents in person, photos, and also here in YouTube has been asking me for my succulent soil mix. I don't have a specific formula because there are so many different types of succulents and they all have different soil requirements. But in saying that, I do have a master soil mix. So on this video, I would like to share with you how I make my succulent master soil mix. This is the basic mix I use on all different types of succulents. Each type of succulent will require different formulation or mixture or soil combination, which is a longer topic, so I'll just stick to the master soil mix for now. However, for future videos, I will be covering in detail different soil formulation or mixture for different types of succulents. So keep an eye out for those videos. My propagation mix. This is my intermediate mix. All these plants are all in my advanced mix. So keep an eye out for those videos. This is what I use for succulents grown in pots outdoors. So let's begin. Add some hot water. This is now left overnight. This is the consistency I'd like to have. Decomposed granite. So these are my soil mix. 2 parts potting mix, 1 part compost, 1 part coconut coir or coconut peat, 1 part decomposed granite or crushed granite, and some fertilizer. And this is mainly what I use for my succulent master mix. It's basically composted seaweed, fish, manure, and humic acid. So without humic acid, your plants will be unhealthy and they're not going to grow or propagate and make lots of babies. This is the first step. I'm going to take the 2 parts potting mix and 1 part compost, and I'm going to sieve it. Or the sieve that I use this is what we use for fossicking or looking for gemstones. The hole is like 1/4 inch hole. If you can't get hold of this because they're quite expensive, you can use some seedling tray like this, which has got some holes as well. I'm going to take my 2 part potting mix and 1 part compost. Can you tell which is the potting mix, which is the compost. So this is a compost and potting mix. Potting mix has got more bark or like wood chips compared to compost. Compost is more solid. So this one will actually hold more water compared to potting mix, which is just very loose, free draining. So now I'm going to show you how to sieve it. Well, you must know how to sieve it, but anyway, I'll show you. So we'll sieve it. There's even some rocks in it. You can see what is left over, so you don't want to put this in your pot because it's going to dry up too quickly. But I don't throw that away. This is where I use it. I use it as a filler for my pots, because the pot, this is just a $1 pot from my local hardware store. So I normally put a cutout curtain, lace curtain, old lace curtain or new, it's up to you what you want. So I put it on the base there, and then I put my sieve stuff or whatever's left of it. And there you go. So that sort of covers the bottom of the pot, and then I put my soil into this pot. So I'm going to take the 1 part coconut coir, put it in, and my decomposed granite or crushed granite. What I like to do with this one is also sieve it. So I'm just gonna quickly sieve this one. Okay, there you go. And there you go. So you've got that bit, which is nice size, perfect size, probably 1/4 of an inch, the biggest one. And now the big ones, so the big leftover granite, decomposed granite, I use as a base for my pot. So this is for my pretty pot. This is like ceramic pot. There you go. So you've got a hole, and we put that in there. So there you go. So now I'll just put this somewhere, and we throw the granite in. And for the piece de resistance or our fertilizer, for this amount, I only like to use, say, about a handful. That's a handful. Don't put too much fertilizer. And mix that all in. And once that's all mixed up, you'll come up with the same soil mix. So this is my soil mix. And this is now the stuff that we mixed up. So it's basically the same, except that one is much drier because it's been sitting in this container. So after mixing up our soil, now I'm ready to pot up. And I am going to show you how to repot this small plant. This one has been sitting in this pot for about a month, and look how dry. So this is what I do with this one, with the use of water. And so I'm going to use seaweed soil wetter. So every time I repot or whatever, I use soil wetter. So I'm just going to put a little bit. I'm going to take my little poor plant. I don't know what it's called still. So somehow could be a cuspidata something. But anyway, so I'll just soak it in here. And that, shake, 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 absorbs almost instantaneously. Look at that. Okay, so now I'm gonna squeeze, squeeze, shake, 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 squeeze, 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 shake, 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 shake. Okay, the dry leaves in the bottom as well. There's lots of dry leaves. So I'm going to remove them. We're going to leave the baby there. We're not going to, oh, touch the baby, but I did touch the baby, but look at that. It's actually separated from there. It's got its own roots. Woohoo! There you go. So that one's got its own roots. So put you here. So normally I would leave this for a couple of days, before I pot it up, but because we're doing this video, I'm gonna pot it up straight away. So I'm gonna use my pot with hardly any holes, so there's only a little bit of hole, so I don't need to put some mesh on that one, and I'll put the baby with it as well. So put it there, and there you go. I like to just jiggle it all up there. Hopefully you can see this, you get the idea. Okay, so normally once you pot that up, because it's got such shallow roots, it's going to be wonky. So what I like to do is take some granite that I sieved as well earlier, and I'll put it around the plant. Do this closer, and I'll just put a pot, cover that plant. This is very hard. Okay, and I'll put my top dressing. Take it off, squeeze that all in there. And because the soil is still pretty moist, I don't normally water this for a few days. Even though she's a bit dirty, I'm going to get my puffer. So, okay, so all those dirty bits there, I just puff it up. Squeeze, 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 blow, blow, blow. And you get the idea. So that's clean enough. So now I'll just put that away now and water it in about a week's time. So that's it, guys. That's our master soil mix done and dusted. Have fun, enjoy your soil mix, and watch out for the next series of propagation soil mix, intermediate soil mix, and advanced soil mix. Thanks for watching. Bye. So I've got my newly potted plants, and I'll just pretend it's a week later, so I'm now watering.